All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Giants. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Giants. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gostkowski with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
On first down, it's Darnold. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money, because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 39-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll run it with Jones. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
57. Middle. What we got?
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's got some space here. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. 31 yards there and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for first and 10. Here's Jones. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
On second down, it's Jones. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to first and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
I got him. Shit. Alert. Go.
And now they'll throw with Allen. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Mike Evans. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And it's now 14-0. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3.
Strip that ball.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Dolphins.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Darnold from the gun. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Darnold from the red zone now. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but it'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Darnold. That's complete right around the 8. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Darnold. They'll roll, and he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
Touchdown, Miami.
A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jones. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Giants 14, Dolphins 7.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Check. 53's mine. Check.
To throw, it's Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tack McKinley in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Darnold now to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Man, 80. Under 10. 10. Pilot, 64. Weak. Man, 80.
Back to throw, Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. 3rd and long. It's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Check 20.
On 2nd down, it's Jones, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Tack McKinley has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Allen. Airing this one out for Evans. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. They convert on third with a gain of 22. Now Darnold. And an alley to run. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now it's Darnold. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches. Here's Darnold. Darnold, he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. To throw is Darnold. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Now this time, Allen will throw. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball, a little dangerous, could have been picked. Now it's third down. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is third and 10.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Mike's 54.
Allen going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's a corner that got in there for the sack. Dante Jackson. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on now, let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
Hey, we got 4 down.
They try again with Cohen. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
We're going to start.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
No waiting.
All day, defense.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Check.
5 wide. So what? 22 jet bomber. Check 13. Regular.
Here's Allen. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter.
Get in the weight room. Hatchet.
Pass. Blue draw quarters. Pass 85. Hey, Foxtrot.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Check 9. Alert!
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 52.
Alert!
Danny.
From the gun, it's Allen. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I think when they get back in the huddle, the question will be, why did you throw that one? The coverage was incredible all over him. The only thing he didn't do after he caught the ball as a defender was get his feet in bounds. That should have been a turnover.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Get ready.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Again, it's Cohen. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. First down, a run with Cohen. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Ito Smith, his first carry. Oh, he's got some breathing room. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion.
Check three.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And an alley to run. A big run there by Jones. 48 yards on the ground. Well, this game's ripe for the taking, and that run, I think it means he wants to take it.
Not only does he want to take it, he doesn't care what they're going to do on the defensive side of the ball. You can be prepared for him. He's coming at you anyway.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. On first down, it's Jones, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Ronald Jones, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Gostkowski the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Going deep for Hopkins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And he will be out of bounds as the 3rd quarter comes to an end with an INT. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run on 1st down. Jones, a short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. In on the stop, it was Travarius Moore.
1 yard gain.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Giants on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Mike, 50. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Motion. Pop. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Let's go, Giants!
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. Accelerating, and off he goes. 30. 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
What you just saw there, 1st-round talent, 2nd year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play, and it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy, so that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Watch twist. Watch it go.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And shutting him off, now open field. The 40, the 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, past the 20, 10, 5, and he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still on attack. We'll see. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. To the air again, Darnold. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Go! Keep going,
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Marr is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
I'm going to run you over. Check. Hey, tight. Check. 80 weapons.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll go again to Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st down, Jones. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back.
54. Check. Watch 54. I'm coming after you.
And this is caught by Evans. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Check 99. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
On second down, it's Jones. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
57, come on. Here we go.
Again, it's Jones. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. He's got Evans. 10 yards, good for a giant first down. A gutsy decision there, going for it on 4th, but they got it, and that likely puts an end to this one.
Indeed, it was gutsy because there's so many other options they probably could have exercised in that situation, but they bet on themselves, and it paid off.
Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it.
And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Giants, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for Miami, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.